Hey guys, I actually just finished filming the video you're about to watch and remembered that I didn't tell you that our pre-order for our merch is back open right now with some of our older designs as well as a brand new design, the most requested t-shirt we've ever had and very appropriate for this very chilly day while I have a lot of layers of clothes on. It says, "I'm a frost tender flower." You guys have been asking for that shirt or hoodie, sweatshirt since we first said that here. That's something that Jeremiah and I say of me to
It's
joke.
crazy that it's releasing on the day that it's been the coldest here and we're like the most bundled.
and kind of pick fun at me about being so frost tender, and I am a southern girl through and through, and I know a lot of you commiserate with me who can't do the cold weather. So it has the sunflower on it. It says, "I'm a frost tender flower and roots and refuge farm." So all our shirts are sold through pre-orders. It allows us to support a small business and use ethically sourced materials, which is important to us. The link is down below through Be Unlimited. I'll put that there. Thank you so much for your orders. It helps us tremendously to get to do what we do, and we so appreciate your support. All right, let's watch this vlog. What? See you outside. I'll be out there in a second. Good morning, you guys. It is a cold Saturday morning, South Carolina cold. It's 27 last night. What is that? Like -2 or 3 Celsius. And so I'm wearing layers and getting ready to go outside and milk Hope the cow, and I have asked my little boys to come outside with me. So that's what we're doing. And I thought I would bring you guys along. But first, I'm trying to finish my tea. Hey, Jamie. What's up, dude?
Can't find my gloves.
You can't find what?
My gloves.
Your gloves? I don't know where your gloves are. Alright, Bear and Katie are ready to go. This is on the front porch. This actually just came in yesterday. I ordered it because I was out. This is a bag of aloe vera pellets that I ordered because Helen is getting ready to calf. So aloe helps, let me make sure I can remember this right. It helps the cows utilize like nutrients, so make sure that they're absorbing everything properly, and like just helps their gut health overall, their intestinal health. Being ruminants, that's really important just to keep all of their intestinal tract in balance. And aloe is just kind of like an immune support type thing, and that's how it works, by keeping their intestinal tract in balance. And we gave that to Hope whenever we moved her here to make sure she did not get sick. And we're starting to give it now to Helen a few weeks before she calves, you know, just to make sure she's in tip-top shape for that. You kids are looking like a Carhartt commercial.
Yeah. You aren't.
No, I'm not. Our children's wear, our Carhartt children's wear collection is pretty extensive, but we really haven't bought that much of it. It's just we have stair-step kids, so Jackson and Asher have always gotten new Carhartt as the need arises, and then it just gets passed down to the little boys year after year, because they're all just in succession. By the time it gets down to Benjamin, it's pretty broken in. Oh, hey, Gabe. What's up, dude? Look at that beautiful view. Oh, Benjamin threw his boomerang up on the roof. Maya's having to give him a pep talk. Hold on, Hope. Hold on. You'll notice we're still milking down here, even though we have this big, lovely barn. I'll take you guys up there after this and kind of show you. We just got all the materials here yesterday to start working on the stalls and the doors. And once we do that, we'll move this corral kind of over so that we can utilize the barn for milking. It was weirdly warm, so it wasn't a big deal, but the cool weather's coming back, and it's not cold enough to bother her to be out of the barn. She wouldn't go in the barn right now, probably, even if she had the chance. But if it does get colder, especially if it's cold and like wet. Y'all ready to do this thing?
Yes. Mom, I have a question. Did we put that there?
What are you talking about?
That.
Do we put this here? Yes. That's from the electric.
Okay.
service.
30
There were no utilities on this property when we moved here. There was no water, there was no power. We did that. Or the electric company did, rather. What do you want to do?
Brush her.
Yeah, you can brush her. Come on.
Man?
Ben's in the crunch radius, you said?
Yeah, because all the crunch from
All the crunches.
eating it.
Okay, so I want to talk to my camera just a little bit, so I need y'all to make sure you're being respectful and not interrupting, okay?
Okay.
Ezra, why don't you come stay right here over to my right? Come here. Come stand right here next to my right arm. Right in the crunch radius. Okay, Ben, you stay right there for right now, okay? Ezra, you can brush your side. Brush down, okay?
Do I have to apply pressure?
A little pressure, you know. Like, you're not gonna hurt her. She's a tough cow. They lick each other hard. This feels like licking to them. They got those scratchy tongues and they lick each other. And so to her, that's like you licking her.
I do not brush up.
Yeah, don't brush up. And you can go a little further down that way. Let's wash her off. Huh?
I want to brush.
Let's give Ezra a turn this time. And you can in a little while. He might get tired of doing it. Today, guys, I wanted to answer some of y'all's questions you've been asking me about cows, about Hope, and about milking. So, our process is that we milk her out here. She does get some grain. We use a non-GMO feed. We feed her grain in the morning and the evening. Right now I'm only milking in the morning because we're still calf sharing. So we come out, we put the feed in. Hope is a very, very fast eater. I'm talking like, we joke that she's like a Marine at boot camp because she like wolfs it down. You got about 12 minutes to milk her out. And once we don't have the calf on her anymore and it's going to be more important to make sure she's completely empty, we will have her in a stanchion, and we also might have to give her just a little more feed. Another thing that Hannah told me is that Hope is real picky and she doesn't really like sea kelp. So at that point we can mix sea kelp in with her feed and it slows her down a little bit because she picks around it. Okay, Ezzy, I do want you to step aside, okay? Thank you. But right now I am hand milking. It's easier and faster for me to hand milk than it is to haul and sanitize a machine. But my plan is that once we have, our milk room, dairy room set up in the barn, and also we're milking more than one cow, I probably will start utilizing the machine some. Maybe not all the time, but definitely that will make it easier. And that way, more people other than just Jeremiah and I can milk. So I come out and I brush her, and then you'll see me have my little mason jar of a solution. That's just water, like real warm water with like a natural soap that's got some essential oils in it and some apple cider vinegar. So that's just washing her off. I think she's in heat right now. She's being real steppy, and I noticed her and Honey were kind of mounting on each other the other day. So brush her. We have a soft brush. We brush her side, brush her udder off to get anything solid off of it, any dirt or loose hairs, and then wash it really good. A lot of people have asked about these bumps on the back of her udder. I don't know if you can see it in this. Those are like little extra teats. It's technically a defect. If a cow has some that are larger, like if they're 6-teated and they're larger, they might need to be clipped when they're younger because they can actually
That's it. You okay, Mom?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Does that happen a lot?
Nope, that's the first time that's happened.
Well, you can learn from your mistakes. And Hope, don't be so sassy.
Let's get out of here.
Well, I'm gonna milk her a little bit more because that's not gonna be okay. Come on, homegirl. My bucket's dirty, so.
Mom, don't have to be so mean. You're milking her, honey.
I'm milking her in the ground because I'm telling her she does not get to do that. What are y'all saying? My camera is covered in milk.
Ben said Hope has gone a little.
Ben, you look really cool.
It's like,
Oh, Hope. Well, I picked a bad day to talk about our routine because that's the first time that's ever. She has knocked the bucket over one time, but she like sloshed a lot out. It wasn't like a total loss. That was a foot in the bucket, which means that milk, well, most of it
there was
spilled
none of
out.
it left in the bucket. Oh,
So I milked her a little bit more. Homegirl, y'all know what this means?
What?
I noticed this yesterday and I just looked at my calendar and it's been 3 weeks. She's in heat, which means that she wants to get pregnant. Toby looks so scandalous. Jeremiah said, you probably need to wait on the routine video until we have a better routine. I'm publishing this. It's not always easy and romantic and sweet milking in the morning. Usually, actually, we have had a really easy time with her. I think all the kids being out here, the fact that I'm talking, and the fact that she's in heat. In case you didn't know this, animals can be kind of jerks whenever they have a drive to be doing something other than what we're trying to make them do. All right, honey, go finish it off, girlfriend. Come on. Come on. There you go. So the good news is a follow-up to that little fiasco, is that these piles of lumber are the future stalls and doors and all the things to this barn so that we can make this functional, so that we can put Hope in a stanchion and milk her in a contained way. So in future, we'll have it set up right here on this overhang that we'll do our milking right here. Hey Maggie, what's up, girlfriend? You just hanging out? She's so sweet. That's real life, Maya. Hey, did you see Helen's letter?
I did not.
You wanna go look at it with me? I noticed it. The thing with Hope is she eats like a Marine. Gets a little testy sometimes, but she has these really nice long teeth. She's super easy to milk. And Helen, I'm really curious about. Obviously never milked her because she's new, but I've been watching as her udder starts filling out a little bit as she's getting closer to calving. But man, her back teats are really, really small. She eats slow though. Probably got like 40 minutes to clean her out because how long she takes to eat. Y'all look at this. Watch, see if you see any movement here. Oh, there it goes. So
You're eating tonight, girl.
So you can see her calf kind of rolling around a little bit right here. She's just like, what are you doing? She does love Maya. I think you're her favorite person.
Well, the guy with the feed bucket is a lot of people's favorite person.
Helen, are you going to be fun to milk? We ought to have the stanchion done by the time we're milking her.
We won't have the milk room done, but
No, we won't have the milk room.
I'll probably have the stanchion and that stall done.
The ground is drying out. Y'all look at how much quartz is in this soil. It's so nice.
I mean, why is it nice?
Why is it nice? Quartz is neat. That's a neat stone.
I don't ever look at soil and see rocks and think, how nice. I see broken fences and fighting it to dig holes or...
There's not that many rocks, and most of the rocks here are quartz. You know, they say if you have quartz, you have gold, and there were two very active gold mines in Saluda County. They
That's
closed
it.
in
We're
like
canceling
the
the
70s.
farm. We're going to strip mine it.
No, we are
Bring in the equipment.
That's a tacky
All right,
joke.
guys. Well, Fruits and Refuge has shifted gears, and they said there might be gold here. I've got the itch.
I did think about getting some panning stuff. Maybe like go around the edge of the pond where everything washes down to it.
Yeah.
You know, I used to go gold prospecting with Uncle Bernie and Aunt Ann. I know how to.
Did it make you rich?
No, it was fun though. Benjamin's been watching some gold prospectors on YouTube, and I've been watching it with him. And that's how I learned that there was gold in South Carolina, and people do like prospecting here. I didn't really know. I'm not super familiar with the history of this area. I was actually looking for some books. Like, I was trying to find some good books that had like the history of this region, like Lexington, Saluda. This is an area very rich in history. I know Arkansas's history really well, but I don't know the history here, and I'd like to learn all the facets of that. So what's the, oh, sleepy Maya. What's the plan here?
We've decided to change the doors for the outside, going to the outside stalls instead of doing just open gates.
Right.
We're gonna do a couple of rails and do sliding barn doors.
Yep.
That way they can, kind of like out the front.
Yeah.
Like the two big ones, only smaller scale and probably out of wood. But anyways, that way we can actually slide them shut and keep cold weather out, warmth in. With just like a wire gate, obviously we'd be losing
a lot of temp.
A lot of that. Which
I think was smart in the summer, but you can also just open the barn door in the summer.
They'll be able to just be pinned back.
Well, your friend found you, Maya.
She never lost me.
She never lost me.
Somewhere where there's air conditioning.
Air conditioning? I thought you said you were cold.
Huh?
I thought you said you were cold.
Can I use the exactly?
Yes, that's why you're bringing it here. Y'all gonna stay warm through work.
No.
Oh yeah.
All right, y'all got the pitchforks? This will definitely help you warm up.
All right. Pitchfork. Here's the job.
No. No.
Get in here right now.
I know what it is. No! Oh no!
And we're gonna make a pile of these, and then we're gonna take it and we're gonna put it in some. We're gonna compost it down, and then we're gonna use it to grow food.
What do we do to deserve it?
Okay.
Hey, Daddy!
Look, tilt your. There you go. Tilt your fork down.
I got a big one.
Carry it out. Carry it out. Good job, Ben.
Go find one. Look around. There's a big pile. You can't miss them.
Ezra did it.
Like that, I don't even care.
Giant. My hands are getting freezing. Okay, come on.
You've only got a few more to get out of here.
You got it.
I feel like 15.
Family bonding over poop scooping.
God, that's a very weird thing to say.
Alright, so take it out and dump it.
Daddy.
Take it out and dump it. Just watch where you're stepping.
Okay, no, that is disgusting.
Good job, Toby.
It's the inside.
All right, we got it. It's not as bad as you thought, huh?
Yeah, but the one thing that I did think is as bad as thought is the inside of the poop.
Yeah, it's just grass and grain, man. It looks gross, but it's just grass. Cows just eat grass.
Parents are good. This one is dry.
Hard one.
Rub them together. Get them out of your sleeves. Rub them. Now hold the fist like this. Go.
Hey, Dad.
So one of the things that we wanted to do with a barn is like we want to be able to like put the cow in a stall at night and then milk them in the morning so that we can collect their poop. Because right now all the poop is out in the field, which is good for the field, but we want that to compost to use in our gardens. So part of this whole system is that we're wanting to collect as much poop as possible. So there's going to be...
That's kind of a weird sentence. That sounds so stupid, collecting poo.
So one of the things that's important, so I want you to think about this, okay? So if our cow... Got a gape hair on your nose. If our cow eats grass from our farm, okay, that's energy that was developed here on our farm because the sun shone on that grass, the grass grew. So that energy is on our farm. So the cow eats the grass and it fuels the cow, okay, and it helps her make milk, right? So then we take the milk. Part of the milk goes to us, part of the milk goes to raising a calf. So now the energy has gone into the milk, into the calf, into the milk, into us. The extra milk goes to the pigs. So that energy is now from the sun to the grass, to the cow, to the milk, to you, to the pigs, to the calf, and then to the poop, right? So if we scoop that poop up, we now have that same energy. We put it in the compost, we put it on the vegetables. The vegetables then grow with the sun and the poop, the energy from the poop and the energy from the sun and the water from our well and from the pond, and then we eat the vegetables. We feed vegetables to the animals. Again, poop is made. We're able to work. The animals are able to function. They're able to reproduce. And the cycle of keeping as much energy on the farm as possible keeps going around and around.
Because of poop?
Hold on.
Doesn't that mean we eat stuff that's grown from poop?
That is true. We have eaten stuff that's grown from broken down poop.
When I first figured out when vegetables were made from poop, I just ate vegetables. After when I figured it out, I was like,
Well, they're not necessarily made from poop, but we do use broken down poop in the soil. You don't use fresh poop because that can make you sick, except for certain kinds. But we let it break down, we put it in the soil, and that actually feeds all of the life that's in the soil, which makes healthy soil, which makes the vegetables grow.
oh.
So they're not made from poop, but that just helps the soil be healthy. What do you think, Gabriel? Where's your energy? He's like, pets. I love pets. You love little head pets, Gabe? Look how sweet he is. He is the sweetest boy.
He's my favorite dog.
He is a sweet, sweet boy. So one of the biggest principles in sustainability is that you are keeping that cycle of energy closed on your land. And that's not always going to be possible depending on the size and usability of your land. And it doesn't always go as planned, but if you think about like fertilizing your plants and growing your garden, if you can build your own compost, if you can use other resources on your farm to grow that soil, that's closed loop energy rather than having to buy something else to bring in. And we by no means have been doing this perfectly, but that's kind of our goal when we talk about sustainability, is we want to get to a point that we are recycling the energy on our farm as much as possible. Wow, guys, look at this clean barn. You got almost all the poop out of here. You did great.
We're not even done.
That wasn't so bad.
Some of this needs to get got with a shovel because the pieces are too small for the pitchfork.
There's Noah pulling in. So this is the last material run for the current projects that are about to go up. Noah went and picked up the order of all the stuff for, what is this?
The greenhouse.
This is the window greenhouse materials? Yeah,
Gabriel, come here.
Gabriel's very good at respecting the fences. He knows where he's supposed to be. He doesn't want to go away from his goats.
He knows
his
those are his goats, right?
Yeah, he knows those are his goats.
Pitchforks up. I'll tell you about it.
Oh, Bear, why do you do this?
Huh? He's like, hey, I'm gonna take a bath. I have jeans and a long sleeve shirt.
Where are you wanting to go?
Miss Anita.
Miss Anita's, you're wanting to go to the antique store? Okay. We'll go in just a little bit, okay? I'm going to talk to Noah a little bit about the greenhouse. When I see all these lush bits of grass, I just want to let a cow eat it or a goat eat it. We were talking about some way to do electric fencing through this pasture. But I don't know. It's just our perimeter's not fully fenced yet, so there's kind of a risk that if something gets out of the fence, it could end up in the road, and we don't want to risk that. All right, so right now we have this measured out. I think this, we originally had measured like 12 by 16, but we're actually bumping it up to 16 by 20 because I want a table in the middle.
Yeah, so 16 by 20?
No, other way.
Oh, okay.
20 is the long side because it's going to have like double doors on the front. And the pitch runs along the long side, yeah. Yeah, and it's gonna be like the double doors will face to the driveway. So I actually need something from you guys. I've done some Googling, but I'm just not sure who to go to for this. I bought this antique piece of stained glass when I was visiting my friend Matthew in Ohio. We just found it on Craigslist, and it's really beautiful. It's like 60 inches wide and I think 20 or so tall, but I need to get that encased so that it can be on the outer wall of the greenhouse. So it's not, obviously it's not strong enough to just stand alone. It could get broken. So it needs to be like sandwiched between two other pieces of glass in a window casing. And that is not something that we have the skill or tools to do, and I want to make sure it's done properly so that the glass is protected. So if anybody knows anyone like relatively local to me, shipping that is not an option. It's way too fragile, and when you factor in the cost of like sending it somewhere and sending it back, it would not be cost effective to do that. So it needs to be pretty local, and I mean I don't have really the time to spend like an entire day driving it somewhere and driving to pick it up. So within a couple hours from here, probably, the Midlands of South Carolina. If you know somebody, if you do this, if you know somebody, please send us an email at rootsandrefuge@yahoo.com. So that would be great. So right here is where this greenhouse is going to be. I'm super excited. This is like probably the most imminent project, along with working on the stalls in the barn, and we're going to be going between the two as weather permits. The goal is to get this window greenhouse done by like February 15th, which is typically seed starting day. If it's a little later than that, it'll still be okay, but obviously at some point we got to start seeds, and I do not have space inside my house to do that. So you really think February 15th is doable for this? I mean, that's like a month and a week from now.
I mean, with the dream team, anything's possible.
We got Jordan and Pippin over here.
Am I Jordan?
I mean, you can be whoever you want to be.
I clearly thought in that whole statement that I was Jordan. Now I really need to know what you think.
You're Jordan.
Good job, Pippin. You got all those rings too, you know what I mean? Yeah, the only thing is I don't know, like, I'm not a stained glass professional. I don't know how long it would take, and finding somebody and, you know, get what's the turnaround time. So if that glass, the stained glass isn't ready, we can just fill that hole.
Yeah.
The only thing,
What will you fill it with?
I could just buy a piece of plexiglass at Home Depot.
Right.
The only thing I would need from the person who was going to be building out the frame would be like,
Dimensions.
I need like you have to build it this size, so that way I can at least leave the hole.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Without knowing what that would be like, you know, exactly.
I'm sure we could be to the point of that. So yeah, well, I'll get on figuring that out. Oh, Bear's hunting mice again. All right, well, thank you for hanging out with us today. More on all of this coming soon. We were just talking about the fact that, like, I have just tried so many ways to do gardening stuff, and Jeremiah was saying, well, let's just wait until the right plan and the right order, and you'll have plenty of gardening to do before too long. Thank you guys for hanging out with us today. We bless you. Until next time.